Oglethorpe County 911.
Armed with a pistol and a rifle.
He's in my truck and he's coming out the window now. He said I won't survive if I don't get to the hospital.
He fired a shot, drove my side mirror out. I thought that was my head, but I got lucky.
That was a warning shot.
Mm-hmm.
If you didn't keep driving,
he was gonna shoot me in the head.
Welcome everyone, I am Leroy Truth for Leroy Truth Investigations. Always record the police, because through those recordings we will be able to hold them accountable for the misconduct and criminal actions they perpetrate against us, we the people, every single day in the United States of America. Now today is an extremely disturbing story. This is one of the most disturbing I've ever covered, because it doesn't just have to deal with one person and incredible criminality and depravity from the police. It has to do with the injustice system. Did you know that the Federal Court of Appeals has ruled that police can shoot a hostage legally in a hostage situation? And here's what they said right here. Federal Appeals Court has ruled police can shoot hostages even intentionally if they fear for their lives or to stop a fleeing felon. If this doesn't make your blood curl, nothing will. Literally, this myth that police are there to protect and serve us, that's what they play on TV. That's not real life. The Supreme Court previously found that police have no official duty to protect the public at all. That's from years ago. But this, again, incredibly disturbing. They can, if you are held hostage, or one of your loved ones, or several of your loved ones are held hostage by someone, by a maniac who is bent on destruction and mayhem and death, the police can legally get away with unaliving you or your family members if they feared for their life. And you know that police always fear for their lives. They're the opposite of firemen. So many of them, most of them are cowards. Case in point. Continuing here. The case is more than just a legal footnote to Don Davis. I'm going to show you a video interview with Don Davis. He was a Georgia trucker who was shot not once, not twice, not 5 times, not 6, 7, not 8, but 9 times by police. And they were happy about it afterwards. They were actually laughing about it. All's well that ends well, one of the cops said, after knowingly shooting that gentleman 9 times. And in fact, he was shot 8 times in the truck, and when he came out with his hands up out of the truck, they shot him again. And they knew he was the hostage and not the hostage taker. While a shooting occurred in 2015, the U.S. Supreme Court just this week let stand a federal court ruling that police owe the hostage nothing for his medical bills or the lasting effects of the officer-inflicted gunshot wounds. That's 9 gunshot wounds. It's an absolute miracle this gentleman didn't die. Now I'm going to show you the video interview that he did here. Watch this.
He's in my truck and he's coming out the window now. He said I won't survive if I don't get to the hospital.
He fired a shot, drove my side mirror out. I thought that was my head, but
Now that was the gentleman who was held hostage. He had called 911 while the hostage taker was right next to him with a gun. And this is Don Davis. Continuing.
I got lucky.
that was a warning shot.
Mm-hmm.
If you didn't keep driving,
he was gonna shoot me in the head.
Don Davis was behind the wheel with a killer holding him at gunpoint.
The dude that he's in the truck with just called. If he didn't do what he said, that he would kill him.
So he has the truck driver hostage?
Yes.
Ryan Arnold had already shot his pregnant girlfriend and at pursuing officers. He was going to escape a police barricade in Davis's logging truck or die trying.
How are you going to make them kill you?
If you shoot at them, they shoot at you. Obviously, one of you got to die, so.
You had two really bad choices. Get shot by the man who had taken you hostage.
That's right.
Or get shot by the police.
That's right.
The hostage and his kidnapper rolled through the police roadblock, hitting police cars in their way.
He's in an 18-wheel log truck. He's running over patrol cars. He's coming out, headed to the pavement. He's running over everything in his sight.
Troopers with the Georgia State Patrol and deputies with Oglethorpe County opened fire. More than 35 bullets riddled the...
Now, riddle me this, ladies and gentlemen. Now, this man, he was stuck in a rock and a hard place. He's got a person who's holding him hostage, who's already killed his girlfriend. And he's very credibly threatening this man's life. So he's going. Now, he was cited in some of the articles that I read that he was helping a hostage flee. So he was not doing the right thing. What would you do in that situation? Would you just say, no, shoot me? And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, the police opened fire 31 times on the truck at the hostage taker and the hostage. You ever hear of shooting out tires? That's a giant log truck. That doesn't go that fast. Shoot out tires. That would disable the vehicle. But that was too high of calculus for the police officers who, as you know, they have, for the most part, low IQs. If their IQs are too high, they're not allowed to be police officers.
The cab.
And Mr. Davis, all I remember is hearing him scream and jumping out of the vehicle. He jumped out of the truck.
I said, I got to get out of here. I bailed out and had my hands up in the air, and I still got shot.
The hostage was shot in his shoulder, hip, and leg. Davis's hand was nearly blown off.
You were shot how many times?
9 times.
You took 9 rounds.
That's right.
And survived.
That's right.
On that day, part of the man that I married died.
The suspect survived too and later pleaded guilty to murder and kidnapping.
I was placed into the ambulance on the scene. Mr. Davis was life-flighted.
Was the hostage shot by accident? Davis argued he was targeted by police because he was driving. The Georgia Bureau of Investigation agreed the driver was the target, even though some officers assumed the fleeing felon was behind the wheel.
You determined the driver.
I got to pause there. It was said very clearly in the 911 call and 911 call dispatch that the hostage was driving the vehicle. And remember, the Federal Court of Appeals ruled that now this is any situation, any hostage situation, the police have a legal right to shoot a hostage if they feel that their safety is in jeopardy or the person's fleeing. This is so incredibly unfree perspective. We do not live in a just society where we have a criminal justice system that works for we the people. But it works damn good for the police. They love it. Police unions love it. Patrick Lynch, talking to you, buddy.
Part of your investigation that each of the officers that fired was intending to shoot the driver of the truck. Correct.
The subject y'all are looking for is in the vehicle with him.
Hold on. Say that. Listen to that again.
Investigation that each of the officers that fired was intending to shoot the driver of the truck. Correct.
What do you say? Put your thoughts, your feelings in the comments here. This is absolutely insane. He was a victim of a kidnapping, and they intentionally were looking to shoot him. It's a freaking log truck. The thing has the pickup pace of a snail. Heavily laden, fully laden truck with logs in it. 0 to 60 in like 47 minutes. This is disgusting and so wrong.
The subject y'all are looking for is in the vehicle with him, advising if he does not go where he tells him to, he will kill him.
Dispatch records show police were told the driver was a hostage, but some officers say they never heard that transmission.
They have very convenient hearing, I got to tell you. as you know. They love to lie in reports. They love to lie to the media. They just love to lie. If it protects them and their thick blue line thug gang members and the union and the culture of policing.
And there's lots of cases out there that talk about hostages getting caught in the crossfire.
Attorney Render Freeman sued the troopers and the deputies on behalf of the Davis family.
We're not aware of any case in the country that says that an officer may strategically choose on purpose to shoot the innocent hostage as a way of apprehending the criminal.
The courts ruled it didn't matter whether the police officers shot the hostage on purpose or not. The 11th Circuit U.S. Court of Appeals here in Atlanta tossed Davis's lawsuit last year, ruling the logging truck had to be stopped. And tragically, that meant stopping Davis.
Pause again. Are you disturbed? But here's the thing. What are you going to do about it? And I mean peacefully. I always mean peacefully. But how are you going to hold the court accountable? They don't serve and protect us. The police officers do not. The supervisors, the chiefs, the sergeants, the police commissioners, they do not protect and serve us. The police unions do not protect and serve us. The government does not protect and serve us. What do we do about it? We have to bring them to heel, meaning we have to make sure they understand by us holding them accountable that they are the servants. We are the masters. They're called public servants, but we have allowed them collectively, individually and collectively, to get away with this. These type of rulings. Every single Supreme Court justice who voted to not hear this case so that the federal Court of Appeals ruling stands, they need to be impeached. Literally, they are not serving the American people. They are against us. Absolutely. Continuing.
2. One judge on the appeals panel disagreed with the others on that final shot after the hostage had jumped from the stopped truck, calling that an unreasonable use of deadly force. But that same judge agreed with the others that the officer can't be held liable because he's entitled to qualified immunity.
That is the most evil phrase in the entire English language right here. Qualified immunity for police officers and for anyone in government. We need to get rid of qualified immunity like this. That is top priority. There will never be accountability of police officers' personal actions if they are completely immune from any prosecution. They will do whatever they want. I think it slaps on the wrist. You know, they'll get a note in their file or a complaint. No justice is done. This is the most important domestic issue of our generation, of our time. Police authoritarianism, police violence. We need police reform immediately in our country. Continuing.
Sounds like it's perfectly okay to shoot an innocent hostage like that. That desperately needs to change.
Don Davis now lives with the scars, each one made by a police bullet. Missing body cameras and a damaged dash cam file mean there isn't a single frame of video of the
Again, look at this. Look what they're getting away with, ladies and gentlemen. Not a single body camera. No dash cam footage. Was that an accident? Of course not. Every one of those cops not should just be fired. People say, well, they should all be fired. Of course they should be. But they should be locked up for attempted murder of an innocent man. And this gentleman, Don Davis, seems like a very good man, him and his wife. They're salt of the earth. They are America to me. Good people, hardworking people. Back the blue until it happens to you.
2015 shooting itself. But the voices of troopers were captured by the dash cam of a state patrol cruiser responding to the scene.
We shot a hostage?
Yeah.
Did we shoot him?
Yeah.
Good.
We shot them both.
Hey, all's well that ends well.
Amen.
As long as none of us gets hurt, we're making memories.
Again, if you're not livid at this entire police department needs to absolutely be fired and held in contempt of life and humanity and arrested immediately. They're making happy memories, traumatizing this man. Again, it's a miracle he didn't die. It's a miracle. How many people get shot 9 times and live? That's a miracle. Thank God we have this audio. But what are we going to do with this audio? I can make 1 million videos, 10 a day, for the next 1,000 years. And nothing will change unless we hold the police accountable, and we have to go higher than them to the federal government. And I am personally working on that right now with senators, congressmen, congresswomen to bring about police reform. And I need your support to do that. Continuing.
That's right.
I'm going to go back there again. Let's listen to that again. This is so incredibly evil.
Patrol cruiser responding to the scene.
We shot a hostage?
Yeah.
Did we shoot him?
Yeah.
Good.
We shot them both.
Hey, all's well that ends well.
Amen.
As long as none of us gets hurt, we're making memories.
That's right.
No good cops there. The deputies and troopers were cleared of any wrongdoing in this case. A child can tell right and wrong, good from evil. I think children should be our jurors from now on. Children should serve on the Supreme Court, Federal Court of Appeals. And I'm saying this tongue-in-cheek, of course. However, children have not been swayed and become power-hungry to support this evil culture of policing we have. Hey, was this an innocent hostage? Yes. Who should be arrested? Who should go to jail? Oh, the bad men and women who shot the innocent man. Go back to the innocence of a child. Just the simplicity of right and wrong. And you don't have to be a child to be able to see right and wrong. And this is as wrong as I have seen. And not just from an individual police officer level, but from a federal court of appeals level. Officers testified that not everyone heard the radio transmission that the hostage was driving. Can you say the word liar? One deputy told us through his lawyer that he would not have fired had he known Don Davis was the driver. Liar. The case is now on appeal to the Supreme Court of the United States. Roughly 1% of such appeals are eventually heard by the Supreme Court of the United States. And that is all she wrote there. And from what I understand, the Supreme Court did not want to hear the case, and the Federal Court of Appeals ruling stands. Put your comments in here. What are your thoughts? Please share my video. Please subscribe. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. It helps the algorithms. Please like the video. Please share my video so we can get the word out to even more people. I'm a new and growing channel, a little over 17,000 subscribers, on my goal to 100,000 by July 1st. Please help me with this. It's a big goal. It's a large goal. It's my goal. And with this, we will be able to get the word of truth so we can create police reform together once and for all. I appreciate you. Leroy Truth Investigations. Until next time, stay tuned for the next video.